Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway. Brought to you by Paramount Residential Mortgage Group.
Welcome to another edition of Master of the Markets. I'm Barry Habib, and MBS Highway is created exclusively for an MPTV, and it's brought to you by our good friends at PRMG, working for your best interest. Hey, it's a big week this week. We've got the jobs number. Wow, month after month. Welcome to July already. Yeah, this is going to be one where we're going to be getting an important jobs number. We'll get ADP on Wednesday. That's the private sector, whose wages are going up at 16%, by the way. And then the big BLS number that we're going to be getting on Friday, Bureau of Labor Statistics. And that could certainly be a market mover. Now, this is going to be an important one because some states have already started to cut back those unemployment benefits. You're still getting the federal, you're still getting the pandemic unemployment assistance. So we know this already. We know that it takes longer to get an Uber. You can't get tables at a restaurant, not because they don't have tables, but because they don't have workers. Shipments are late. Heck, if you've gone shopping, you see that the inventory is very, very light. We're told that this is going to continue through the end of the year, so maybe get that Christmas shopping done a little bit early this year. What does that mean? Prices are going up, and that's driving inflation a little bit higher here. We heard from a lot of Fed speakers last week. And those Fed speakers saying that when we take a look at the amount of inflation that's out there, it's more than what they thought. But while they thought this would be their word, transitory, kind of moving in and out quickly, they think it might be somewhat persistent. Now, this all kind of rolls into why are rates so low with low inflation? And maybe if we get a big jobs number, because now some people might be incented to go back to work. I don't think that's really going to happen until the fall. People are still getting paid more to stay home and taking care of their kids. That still hasn't been reconciled. So amidst these things, shouldn't interest rates be higher? Well, we know it's because the Fed keeps buying the market. They're buying a lot of mortgage-backed securities. But when we come to August at that Jackson Hole meeting, that's where things could start to turn. But for now, rates should be good. Let's enjoy it. As we head into this week, we want to take a look at not just the jobs number, but a lot of housing data that will come out. Now, last week, we did get a number that was pretty shocking, and the media went crazy with it, and that's the median home price going up 24%. It raises a lot of questions on affordability. Is there a housing bubble? But folks, that's the median home price. I guess everybody forgot their math lessons in the media. Median just means that's the median sales price. Now, sales above $1 million, that's up over 200%, above 750, up 180%. But yet sales on the lower end, they're down like 30%. So when we take a look at these numbers, what is happening? What's happening is there's more homes being sold up at the higher end, moving the median, meaning half the homes sold below this number, half the homes sold above it, up the scale, up pretty dramatically to 24%. That doesn't mean appreciation. We are going to get appreciation numbers this week. Last month, year-over-year appreciation showed still a really robust 13%. Might go up based upon the numbers that we get this week, showing that appreciation might even rise a little hotter from there, but it's not going to be 24%. Now, are wages keeping up? Well, last week, in the personal consumption expenditure report, we saw wages in the private sector up 16% year over year. Now, there's some easy comps because last year there was still some shutdowns and people weren't working. So you have to take it a little bit with a grain of salt. But the bottom line is wages are moving up. Things are costing more. Yes, home values are going up as well, but you don't use all your income to make that mortgage payment. Make sure you tell your customers that. So at the levels of increases that we're seeing in incomes, it can handle, for the most part, the increases that we are seeing in real estate. Now, from a rate standpoint, we've had a nice week. Let's hope that this week we can continue, but we'll have to get past that jobs number. If a big number comes out in jobs, it's going to put more pressure on the Fed to kind of start to rein things in a little bit. Hope you guys have a great one and get on MBS Highway to help you and your business into the future. You know, I've got to tell you, if you think about what's going on here, all these big companies that are out there that have gone to the public market, if they get into pricing war, they'll be able to endure on price. For those of you that are one of these giant companies that's public, what are you doing to think down into the future as to how you're going to protect your business and your family? Are you thinking about the fact that you're going to have to be more of an advisor and compete less on price and more on strategy? Well, MBS Highway will help you do that better than anywhere. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Be sure to click on the link below for your free 30-day MBS Highway trial.